As we continue to cover the fallout from the new paradigm of response from police, we get unique perspective tonight from a business that's reported a string of burglaries and thefts. At the start of the month, APD's chief announced a shift to refer crimes not in progress to 311 and online reports. But that business owner, who's had plenty to report this year, says this move does not represent a significant change in police response. He spoke with KXAN's Jacqueline Powell.
This is what most of our material that was missing today from our job site.
Amy Morales says thousands of dollars worth of material was stolen from her construction site on South Lamar over the weekend, and she believes the thief used her forklift to run over her team's work and haul it out.
Came through here and loaded it on this side, and they parked the forklift right there.
She estimates a nearly $30,000 loss, and she says this is the 5th time this site has been hit in the past couple of years.
We're losing money, a lot of money, every time we get hit now.
She says she's reported 4 of the 5 burglaries to APD. She used to call 911 and says an officer only physically came out once when she reported that a suspect showed a gun. She doesn't expect an officer this time after calling 311, then filling out an online report. She says generally within a couple of days she gets a call back.
Do you have serial numbers? Do you have what they took and just basic information? We'll get back to you if we find it.
Morales says several neighboring businesses have been hit as well. The superintendent at this construction site tells us over about the past year, there have been around a dozen break-ins here where people have stolen tools and materials. And they've reported it to police, but he says they haven't gotten anything back.
You can only follow up so many times. By the time you get frustrated and you're like, you know what, they're not going to do anything, just move on.
Jacqueline Powell, KXAN News.
Morales says now she's looking into better insurance that will cover the cost of materials that were lost to the thieves. The Texas Department of Insurance recommends that businesses add crime coverage to their policies that cover instances of robbery, burglary, and theft. Austin passed a budget with a record amount of more than $440 million for APD back in August. It includes partial funding for the current cadet class and 2 more next year. This after the governor signed a new law punishing cities in Texas that decreased their budget for police. The Dallas Police Department will see their agency cuts restored. Mayor Eric Johnson of Dallas pushed for hiring more officers. The Dallas budget calls for hiring 250 more police officers each of the next 2 years.